Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Chiefs and the Jags, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. But even if you close your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, we can say it. Football is back. Look at that. We didn't even practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, partner. But for a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. And it's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start hitting one another. And I know for these guys on the field, they can't wait.
Ball teed up, Logan Cook out for the kick. And we're off from Jacksonville. This return starts at the 5. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. They're led out by the mustached quarterback from Washington State, Gardner Minshew.
Kate, I don't know how many people know the story of Gardner Minshew and how close he was to becoming a GA and coaching. Mike Leach got on the phone with him and said, hey, why don't you take one more swing at this thing? Come out to Pullman, Washington, and lead my pirate ship. And all he did with that mustache was light the college football world on fire. And all he's
brought in inside the 20. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And bringing them out in his 4th season since arriving as the #1 overall pick back in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Kate, this is one of those situations where a quarterback has just got to say to himself, poised. Be poised. Yeah, your team just gave up a big blow on the other side, and you don't have to get it all back in one play like they just did. You got to go out there with poise to do your job and go lead your team.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Searches from the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. Jacksonville in punt formation. You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the 1. No chance at a return. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Minshew working from the gun. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Minshew. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on first is Minshew. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Putting the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, Minshew. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Everyone's prepped, it's 2nd down now. Sticking in the air with Minshew. Able to find Smith-Schuster here. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Back to throw, Minshew. Hauled in by Worthy. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Minshew looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. This one finds Kelce. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. To throw again on second down here, Minshew. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Kansas City. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. And it sets up second down. Now give this up the middle to ETN. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Lawrence working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Logan Cook on to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. First down, ball at the 36. Now Minshew. Hauled in by Rice. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Minshew on first down. Finds his man Gray. And they bring him down around the 34.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Makes the handoff. Now Minshew. Looking for the end zone on a deep shot. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
That's complete. Here's Brown. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Minshew working from the gun. Completes this one to Rice. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
1st down from the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Minshew. And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a 20-zip lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs push their lead to 21-zip already. Butker on now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On 1st down, they'll run. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got 3rd and 2 to start out. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
From the 30 on 2nd down. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Carter punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars start to fight back with their first points of this game. Cam Little to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars get it back to a 14-point game. On now is Cook to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space, he's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Cut out left. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He gets this one to Smith-Schuster. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this 3rd down. Pass play coming here. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back now, pressure on its way. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Trying the right side. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
These defenders, they can just feel it. You're up a couple scores in the game, and you know what the other side is starting to do. They're starting to press, and you're going to start to see a little bit more pass. And that, well, that's when these defenders pin their ears back. They get home, and they create havoc in a sack. just like that.
The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Throwing it to start this drive. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll get it up to the 27.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. Catch is made by Elijah Mitchell. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now a give right side to Mitchell. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Again, this is Mitchell. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. Give him 4 yards on the carry. Gets him some yards back, but still 3rd and 9 upcoming. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
This one strikes down at the 1, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Lone back gets the handoff. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's bundled up quick. This just crosses the 25 to about the 27. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Airing it out on first down. That's into the hands of Moore. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. And it's the Chiefs, who are facing 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
That's going to be cut by Mitchell.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. To the air now on 1st and 10. We've got a screen to the running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 11. Finds a man right side. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. They'll throw on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. They'll throw it again. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So we've reached the half of this preseason opener. Now we'll keep it in-state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out
on now to kick
Kate
this
Scott.
one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Jacksonville has its offense out there to start this 3rd quarter. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
That's completed out to the right. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He'll throw it. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a Jaguar first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Motion man sent left. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now a give running right. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Another carry for him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, so now 4th and short. A decision to be made coming up here.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They'll run for this. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on 1st down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Able to get it to Moore. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. But that's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Punt meets him at the 28. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Jaguars back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on fourth down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. They'll run here on first down. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They're throwing it. He's on the move. He can run it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Throwing now from the gun. This throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Third down, 1 yard to go. Back to throw now. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. Looking right, and he finds him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They bring their tight end left. To throw here on first down. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to fight his way down to the 35-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for it and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jaguars returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they're going to try to take the lead back to 1 possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Just about every draw play in the book is headed right up the gut, but that doesn't mean you can ignore those DNs and the pressure they create on the edges. You got to hold them off, and if you don't, well, bad things happen just like that.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Motioning him from the slot right. It's a jet sweep. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Jaguars into punt formation. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They'll throw on first. Able to find Smith-Schuster here. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Second down now, 7 to go. Mitchell on the give, headed left. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 65 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Chiefs in a nickel set for this 3rd down call. Throwing from the gun. He's got him in. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. Mitchell up the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They're going play action. He beams one deep right side. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Up and good from Blankenship. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. Handoff now from the gun. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup ahead of 2nd down. From the 46. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Throwing from the gun here. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. This is reeled in by Jackson. And they take him down right along the 30. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Looking slant route, complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. They send the tight end in motion. From the red zone now. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's a design boot. It is caught left side. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They'll try and punch it in. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually, they do give him the 10-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Again, this is Mitchell. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Chiefs with a 13-point lead. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Here's Mitchell again. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Jukes out a 1-stop. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Caught by the open man. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. 1st and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only 1 timeout left, and that clock winding down. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now it's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Desperation time here on 4th. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining. Long odds ahead of them. It's 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Jackson. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll throw it again. Flush down out to his left. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And the Chiefs are able to make that recovery. That should lock up this win. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation,
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.